Have you ever wondered, why do we celebrate Christmas and where did it all begin? Beyond the joyous carols, vibrant lights, and the scent of freshly baked cookies, there lies a tale as old as time itself. A tale that resonates with a sense of mystery, wonder, and profound reverence. A tale that started it all, the Christmas story. It's a story that transcends geographical boundaries and cultural divides, uniting millions around the globe in celebration. Despite our varying traditions, there's a universal thread that weaves through our diverse expressions of this festive season. The thread is a shared understanding, a shared belief that Christmas is a time of joy, of giving, of love. But where did this understanding spring from? How did this widespread celebration take root? To answer these questions, we must set the stage for an exploration into the origins of Christmas. Christmas, as we know it today, is a holiday celebrated by many, irrespective of their religious affiliations. It's a time when families come together, when gifts are exchanged, and when the spirit of love and goodwill permeates the air. It's a time marked by a unique blend of merriment and reverence, of festivity and solemnity. Yet the origins of this globally celebrated holiday remain shrouded in mystery for many. It's often seen as a Christian holiday, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. But is that all there is to it? What if I told you that the Christmas story is more than just the nativity scene we've come to associate with it? The Christmas story is a rich tapestry, woven from numerous threads of tradition, history, and faith. It's a story that has evolved over centuries, shaped by the collective consciousness of humanity. It's a story that's not just about a single event, but about a series of events that have shaped the course of human history. So, as we prepare to unwrap the gifts under the tree, let's also unwrap the mysteries of Christmas. Let's venture beyond the familiar and delve into the heart of this festive season. Let's journey back through time to the birth of Jesus Christ. As we delve into the heart of this festive season, let's journey back through time to the birth of Jesus Christ. The Bible narrates a tale that takes us back over 2 millennia to a humble town named Bethlehem. It was in this small, unassuming place that the story of Christmas truly begins. The narrative in the Gospel of Luke introduces us to a young woman named Mary, living in Nazareth. One day, she is visited by the angel Gabriel, who brings her a divine message. She is to bear a child despite being a virgin, and this child will be the Son of God. Despite her initial fear, Mary accepts this divine mandate with faith and humility. Meanwhile, the Roman Emperor, Caesar Augustus, issues a decree for a census of the entire Roman world. Each person is required to return to their ancestral home to be counted. For Mary's betrothed, Joseph, this means a journey to the town of Bethlehem, as he is of the house and lineage of David. So Mary, now heavily pregnant, and Joseph embark on this arduous journey. They travel many miles over hills and through valleys to reach Bethlehem. But when they arrive, they find the town overflowing with others who have also come for the census. There is no room for them at the inn. In these trying circumstances, they are offered shelter in a stable. And it is here, surrounded by animals and shepherds, that Mary gives birth to her son. She wraps him in swaddling clothes and lays him in a manger. The child, named Jesus, is the one foretold by the prophets, the Messiah, the King of Kings. This humble birth in the lowliest of places is a stark contrast to the grandeur often associated with kingship. Yet it is this very contrast that underscores the profound message of Christmas, that greatness can emerge from the most humble beginnings, and that love, peace, and goodwill are not bound by earthly riches or status. And so, in the humblest of settings, a king was born. On that silent night, a spectacle unfolded in the heavens that would forever change the course of history. In the hushed tranquility of the Bethlehem hills, a group of shepherds watched over their flocks. Their night was like any other, under a blanket of stars and the soft bleating of sheep as their only company. Little did they know, their lives were about to be touched by the extraordinary. Suddenly, the calm was shattered. A brilliant light pierced the darkness, and an angel of the Lord stood before them. Their hearts pounded in their chests, fear gripping them. But the angel's words were soothing. "Fear not," they were told. "For behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord." The shepherds, simple men of the earth, were chosen to receive this divine message. They were given a sign, a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Their fear melted away, replaced by a profound sense of wonder and anticipation. They hurried off, leaving their flocks in search of this promised child. In Bethlehem, they found the babe just as the angel had described. The sight of the newborn Jesus cradled in Mary's arms filled them with an indescribable joy. They knelt down, their hearts brimming with reverence and awe. They shared the angel's message, leaving Mary and Joseph marveling at their words. This encounter with the divine transformed the shepherds. Their ordinary lives were now woven into the grand tapestry of a story much larger than themselves. They had witnessed the birth of the Savior, the Messiah, a joyous event that they would carry in their hearts forever. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen. Far from Bethlehem, guided by a celestial spectacle, a group of wise men embarked on a journey. These were not ordinary travelers. They were the Magi, often referred to as wise men or kings from the East. Their intellect and curiosity were unmatched in their time. Intrigued by the appearance of a unique star, they set off, driven by a prophetic understanding that a new king of the Jews was to be born. They journeyed through deserts and mountains, their path illuminated by the star. It led them to Jerusalem, to the palace of King Herod. The Magi asked him, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews?" Herod, troubled by this news, consulted with his chief priests and scribes. They pointed to the prophecy in the scriptures, which indicated Bethlehem as the birthplace of this new king. Guided by this knowledge, the Magi continued their journey. The star, their celestial guide, hovered over a humble dwelling in Bethlehem, and there they found him, a child not in a palace but in a modest home. This was the baby Jesus. Overwhelmed with joy, they bowed down and worshipped him. They opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, befitting a king; frankincense, a symbol of deity; and myrrh, a preparation for burial, hinting at the sacrificial death Jesus would one day endure. But their journey did not end there. Warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they chose a different route home, leaving Herod in the dark about the child's whereabouts. With their mission fulfilled, the Magi returned home, leaving behind a story that would resonate through the ages. This journey, this pilgrimage of faith, still shines as a beacon of hope, reminding us that sometimes the greatest king is found not in a palace, but in the most humble of homes. So, what does this age-old story mean to us today, and why do we celebrate Christmas? The essence of Christmas is embodied in a tale that has been told for over 2 millennia, a story that resonates with themes of hope, joy, and love. These elements are not merely abstract concepts, but form the bedrock of the narrative that is Christmas. Let's journey back to the heart of the story. In the humble surroundings of a stable in Bethlehem, a child was born, a beacon of hope to a world in need. This child, Jesus, brought with him the promise of salvation, of a new covenant between God and mankind. It is this hope that we celebrate each year, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, a light shines forth, offering guidance and reassurance. But hope is not the only gift brought forth by the Christmas story. Joy, too, is a fundamental part of this narrative. The joy experienced by Mary and Joseph at the birth of their child, the joy of the shepherds as they heard the news from the angels, the joy of the Magi as they followed the star to the child. This joy is reflected in our modern celebrations, in the laughter of children unwrapping presents, in the shared meals with loved ones, in the carols sung with gusto. Finally, love, the greatest theme of the Christmas story, God's love for mankind manifested in the form of his Son, the love of Mary and Joseph for their newborn child, the love of the shepherds and the Magi for a child they had never met. It is this love that we honor at Christmas, through acts of kindness and generosity, through spending time with those we hold dear, through remembering those less fortunate than ourselves. As we celebrate Christmas, we remember that, in a stable in Bethlehem, a story began that would shape the course of history and touch the hearts of people for generations to come.